Welcome, and thank you for expressing interest in becoming a Great Steppe Enterprise Ranger. Before you will be allowed to proceed with your training, we will test your prior knowledge and skills in environmental awareness, especially navigation, animal tracking, plant recognition, attentiveness, as well as your physical and mental condition, expressed as stamina, time management, coping with stress, prioritizing. To test these skills, you will have to complete a test mission at our training polygon around Kayatskai. Mission briefing. Recently, our subcutaneous tracking devices have reported suspicious megafauna deaths in the area of Kayatskai. Our satellite and drone imagery show soil erosion in points B, hunter activity in points C and D, as well as possible illegal poached game transportation using the abandoned aerodrome at point C to F. Your mission goal is to investigate these facts by completing these objectives in order of priority, most to least. Collecting relevant information on causes of soil erosion in location B and other sites you might encounter on your way. Are they natural or linked to human activity? Collect relevant information on human hunting activity in the area. Is it conducted by indigenous tribes, off-grid settlers, or is it commercial, trophy? Collect relevant information on possible aerodrome use for transportation of poached animals. Is the landing strip suitable for airplanes? Are there any tire marks or other signs of exploitation? Are there any clues of organized crime in the vicinity? Collect relevant information on animal activity in the area, tracks and other marks, which would help determine the species, numbers and habits. Collect DNA samples if possible. Collect relevant information on plant distribution and succession. Indicate arid, bush, grassland, conifer, wide-leaf tree zones. Collect plant samples for DNA. Collect soil samples in relevant areas to determine the effectiveness of the carbon sink. Your route is charted in the app, however be prepared to use paper map, compass and natural navigation to find your way in case technology fails, or you are asked to. Your insertion time is 10:30 at point A. Your extraction time is 16:15 at the same point. You will have 5 hours 45 minutes to complete the mission objectives. Arriving on time to the point of extraction is the objective 0, with priority above all other objectives. Good luck, and stay safe. Would you like to know more about the Great Steppe Enterprise? Following the collapse of the Antarctic shelf ice and flooding of several major coastal megacities, the international agreement was achieved, setting a goal of reversing climate change not only by reducing emissions, but also by extensive carbon capture. This gave rise to the whole new carbon economy, funded by industrial and space corporations via state-collected carbon tax. One of the carbon sinks is soil. The formation of soil under the grassland traps CO2 and stores it in the root system. As new layers of soil form, the lowest layers become mineralized and lock carbon in the lithosphere, therefore soil formation is the most secure long-term carbon sink. Even during the wildfires, soil retains a large portion of stored carbon as opposed to trees, which releases all the stored carbon during the wildfires. Therefore, steppe is a superior carbon sink to forests. The most effective ecosystem of the steppe is maintained by populations of large herbivores, numbers, distribution and movement of which and controlled by presence of apex predators. Failure to maintain the presence and relationship of herbivores and predators results in deteriorating steppe ecosystems, decay of the rhizosphere, loss of soil to erosion, thus carbon escaping to the atmosphere. This concept has been tested and proven in the Pleistocene Park Research Center and is adopted throughout the Great Steppe region. It was demonstrated that the larger the herbivores, the more effective and fast the formation of soil and thus carbon capture, leading to greater revenue from carbon tax. Therefore, species of Pleistocene megafauna were resurrected and reintroduced to the ecosystem, gradually shifting the portion of megafauna in the wildlife. Presence of megafauna also required large species of apex predators, therefore Siberian tiger, Eurasian lion, dire wolf, cave hyena, cave bear have been introduced in the region, thus increasing the danger for humans. This led to formation of the exclusion zone, where human presence is limited to personnel, indigenous tribes and approved off-grid settlers. Commercial activity is also limited to herding of free grazing cattle, sheep or goats, or educational recreational activities such as guided tours and protected hotels. Agriculture and commercial hunting is prohibited as posing a detrimental effect on steppe ecosystems. Only indigenous tribes and off-grid settlers are allowed subsistence hunting and only following the quota. To monitor the state of the ecosystem, as a primary source of revenue, and control human activity, as the primary source of danger to the ecosystem, the private company Great Steppe Enterprise was established, with the purpose of maintaining, developing and expanding the rhizospheric carbon sink of grassland and forest steppe regions. Rangers are the forefront employees, the eyes, hands, minds and faces of Great Steppe Enterprise in situ, thus having multifold roles and duties. Collecting information on pro-ecosystem and anti-ecosystem human activities in the area. Conducting policing action to control the anti-ecosystem activities. Maintaining relationships with indigenous tribes and off-grid settlers, promoting pro-ecosystem activities and discouraging anti-ecosystem ones. Collecting scientific data on the state of the ecosystem, drawing conclusions and presenting suggestions for improvement. Keeping track of fauna numbers and movements. Controlling risk from apex predators to humans, maintaining the pro-ecosystem value of predators. Forming task units and taking part in combat operations against organized anti-ecosystem activities.